Hello students, and this is Mr. Joseph Reddy, the Faculty of English, and we are in Unit 7, Nation and Diversity, and here we continue with Unit 7, Reading B, A Plea for India. A Plea for India. First let us know about what is a plea and why should it be for India. Here a plea is a request. A plea is a request when you request something. Here in this particular poem, the poet is requesting for India. Why should he request for India? What is there in India? Is he requesting the nation or is he requesting the people? Here in this poem, India stands for the nation. India here is not only simply India, it is for the nation. Especially any nation who really is not working for the country. Now, it means the people of India are the Indians. So here, plea for India, when you say about India, it is about the people of India are the Indians. Here, this poem is a plea of the poet to the nation and the people in the nation. And next, the poet says that we, the people of India, are proud to be a strong nation and our roots are strong. We Indians, we say, we have centuries and centuries of history. Many things were invented in India. Many intellectuals were born. Many great things took place in India. It has been a kind of foundation to many civilizations in the world. So there are so many great things about India. If you keep on talking, it takes videos and videos together about India and its greatness. And now, the poet says, we the people of India are proud to be a strong nation and our roots are strong. That's what we say. We have very strong roots of civilization. We have very strong roots of culture and heritage. We proudly declare that they cannot be shaken. We say that our roots, whatever we have taken from the centuries together, they cannot be shaken. But in India, we have many disputes and disturbances which leave us in difficult situations. Now, we say that the Indians are proud to be strong because of so many great things that are there. But despite all these great things, despite all this greatness, we also have disputes and disturbances. See here, though we have so many things, but certain things make us to lose so many things. Now here, though we have a great culture, great heritage and everything, so many great things, multiples of greatness, we do have still disputes and disturbances which leave us in difficult situations. We are put into the difficult times. And here, the poet requests the Indians to forget the caste which make us lose our charm. Now we people, we fight on caste system so much. It has been imbibed into Indians from the centuries together. Upper caste, lower caste, untouchables, and now maybe the different systems that are there. Basing upon the caste, so many privileges are given. Now here, either directly or indirectly, at every system, at every area, at every step, this caste system has been deep rooted into the Indian minds. And this has to change, the caste system, and then the disturbances or the differences based on the caste system has to be changed. If not, we lose our charm, we lose our greatness. So here, he asks us to ignore the regional preferences. So he also asks us, people fight on the base of regions. So north, south, that state, this state, and this place, this district, that district, this state, that state. So there are so many great things, okay, which are there. But we keep fighting based upon that particular aspect, feeling or craving rather for the greatness in oneself. So rather than looking into the greatness of the others, we try to project our own greatness by fighting. So that's why the regional preferences should be ignored. If a nation is supposed to prosper, if a nation is supposed to grow, if a nation is supposed to develop, we have to put our personal prejudice, we have to put aside our own preferences and work for the country or the nation in order to develop it. And he requests us to take the call of the nation. The call of the nation is to get united, to work for the country, to work for the nation, and to work for the upliftment of the nation. Right from the independence, from our grandparents onwards, it has been said India is a developing country. And even now, India is a developing country. The countries, those who have been underdeveloped, are also developed countries nowadays. But still, India has been in the present continuous, India is a developing country. So that has to change. That has to go into the list of a developed country only with our collaborative efforts. So that is what we have to listen to the request of the call of the nation to develop the country. And that is possible through the collective effort of the people. And now if you see, the poet asks us why we spend our time arguing about things that are not important. We most of the times waste our time on unimportant trivials, whereby we simply waste our time unnecessarily arguing about unnecessary things. We really, even if there is a very serious work, we still bicker our time. We still waste our time by discussing about unimportant things. So here, the poet asks us to spend time which are productive, to spend time on the development of person as well as the nation. Personal development is the development of the nation, and the development of the person should be ethical and legal. It should not be illegal. We have to spend our time to complete the great tasks which have been unfinished for a long time. Now here, we have to spend our time to complete the great tasks which have been unfinished for a long time. We have to focus upon what are the different aspects or the different great tasks that have been unfinished for a longer time. So we have to focus upon what exactly are the tasks that are supposed to be focused, what are the tasks that are supposed to be taken into consideration, or what are the tasks that we are supposed to look into in order to make it better. So all these things we have to take into consideration and then start working on that particular aspect. And now whatever all the things which are there, which have been there remaining for a long time, we have to change upon. The poet asks us not to take pleasure in creating problems. Nowadays, rather than people solving the problems, the creators of the problems have been increasing. So that is what the problem in the country. Now, the poet asks us not to take pleasure in creating problems. So we should not take pleasure in creating the problems. We have to be the part of the solution, not the part of the problem, not the creators, but the removers or the people those who solve the problem. So we have to solve the problems, but you should not create the problems. That's what the poet asks us, not to take pleasure in creating the problems. We have to feel the problems of the nation or the country as our own problems. In so many developed countries, the people, they feel the wealth of the nation as their own wealth and then protect the national wealth. But whereas in our country, we feel that that is not ours, that is just belongs to public. Public means it is nowhere from outside, it is we ourselves, because we are paying the taxes and everything, and then we have to protect our own nation. So that is what we have to understand here. He questions us whether violence is needed in cheating people. Should we cheat the people by creating a lot of violence? We do so many unnecessary things, so many scams, scandals, so many are there taking place in India, right from the political leaders to up to the common man in the society. So it has become a common practice of cheating people and then creating violence. Now here, right from the domestic violence, social violence, political violence, there are different kinds of violence that has been taking place around the country. So that has to change and that has to be removed. And next, he questions us whether violence is needed in cheating people. He asks us who can give the mother her most loved son who was killed in violence. There are many people, those who are being killed in the violence. Maybe sometimes innocents are being killed in the violence, and maybe those children are the only children of their parents. And you know, the parents might have grown the children up with a lot of aspirations, with a lot of desires, with a lot of hope that the child or the son or the daughter would take care of them. Now, if they lose that particular person, who is going to comfort them? Who is going to be supportive to that particular family? So that's what we have to understand here. And he asks us, the poet asks us, whether we can give back the brother of someone who was killed in violence. Now, if a brother or sister, if they are there, if one person is killed, the other one more person, how are they going to have their own brother or sister or their own company along with them? So that's what, who is going to give them back, the brother of someone who was killed in violence? Once a person is lost, nothing can replace the person and the presence of the person. So thus, we have to avoid the violence in all the cases. He questions us where the love in our hearts has gone. See here, Indians are known to be lovable people. We say we have still family system existing in our India, and we love each other, we cooperate with each other, and so many other aspects. And you know, we have family values, family ethics, morals, everything. But you know, we keep fighting for all the different aspects. And then, whatever the love that used to remain in the olden days, whatever the love that was there with us, now what has happened to that love? Where has that love gone? Why the people are really becoming selfish? That's what the poet is questioning us, asking, where are all these great things that has gone? Where are all these things that have gone, escaping the notice of the people? Now here, the love in our hearts has gone. Now it is only the hatred and the different envious feelings that are coming out of the Indians. Now, the poet says that there is no reason for us to be proud and happy. Now we say we are really proud of the nation, we are really proud to be Indians. To what extent are we really going to be proud, and for what we are going to be proud? Because when we are really proud, there should be some proud things that are happening. But all these, the love lost, and then domestic violence, and all the pleasure in cheating the people, in creating the problems, and then the great tasks are not completed, we are only pending it, we are simply putting it forward, putting postponed. So all those things, when they are there, to what reason are we really going to be proud? So that is what the question of the poet. And we have a long way to go, and we have to think seriously, or we would be miserable. Now, we have a long way to go. As I already told you, many years over, we got our independence in 1947, and we are approaching almost 75 plus years. And even now, it has been developing. India is a developing country. So when are we going to really reach that particular target of being world number one? When are we going to be that developed country where the people really are financially static, are financially sound? When are we going to really achieve that particular target? So when we don't have all those things, we have to think seriously about it. Being Indians, not feeling proud to be Indians, but being Indian, we have to think about our nation and the development of the nation. And proceeding further, what are all the requests that the poet had made still? He asks us to throw out the bad ideas in our minds and spend our time to think piously. Here, we all have so many bad ideas, so many negative things. If something comes into the society bad, we first try to follow that bad, because bad attracts our minds and our eyes faster than which is good. So here, we have to spend our time to think piously, to think all the noble ideas, to think all the great ideas, good ideas, rather than thinking all the bad ideas, getting bad ideas, executing bad ideas, creating violence, and so many other unnecessary things. Now here, he suggests us that we should control the violence. And sometimes if the violence is already taking place, we should be in a position to control that particular violence. We should be able to stop that violence. It is not only the part of the police people, it is not only the responsibility and duty of the police people or some allotted people. Being a citizen of India, every citizen has one's responsibility to stop the violence, to protect their fellow people. Now here, all Indians are our brothers and sisters, we say in our pledge, and that pledge has to be inculcated or followed in our life. Not only, it should not be only to be repeated in the schools, it should be in our minds and hearts to be sincerely followed. And here, if we don't really control the violence, what happens? If not, we have to bend our heads in shame and we will fall very badly. If we don't really throw out the bad ideas, if we really don't control the violence, then we have to bend our heads in shame. And we will fall very badly, and if that is the case, we will be falling very badly. The situation of the country keeps becoming worse and worse, and thus one day still we may even fall down in our economical rankings. Now if you look at the example of Sri Lanka, it has fallen in so many areas, and if you continue in the same way, becoming lazy, becoming not productive, then we may reach even Sri Lanka or even worse than that. So that's what we are worried about. And next one, the poet says that we have power to win anything. Indians are known to be very productive people. Indians have been working in so many countries in so many ways, and everyone says that Indians are very hard working people, but what they require is an initiation. They don't have initiation by themselves. They have to, someone has to push them. Yes, you have this quality, you have to improve it. So now this is what we have the power to win anything, but what we have to require is we have to keep doing it. And then since we have all the power to do anything, to win anything, we should end up all the violence, cheating and everything bad. So now when you want to really do something good, you have to throw away all the bad things. For example, if you buy a new thing, we remove the old one and we replace it with a new one. And now being Indians, let us throw away all the negative things. Let us all keep thinking piously and then remove all the violence, cheating, and everything bad, and then we have to fill ourselves with only the noble ideas, noble principles. And here he suggests us that we should unite and fight against the people who encourage violence. And now here there are so many people, in order to get their popularity, in order to win, maybe it might be the political leaders, the rich people, or whomsoever it may be, people those who really incite us, people those who really provoke us to do violence, to create a separation in the society, or separation in the country, or separation in a religion, let us fight against them. And then we should unite. We have to unite together. First, we should have unity. As a nation, when we have unity, the few people who really are working in order to separate the country, in order to disturb the society, we can fight against them. So, and then we can develop the country. So if we are unable to really be united, then it is not all possible. Next. We should not be misled by anybody who wants to see us dead. The people, those who are behind, who really execute bad, they are not coming out. The innocent people, those who are really in the front, so they are being caught, they are being punished. Maybe sometimes they are innocent. So that's why we people have to realize and recognize, either maybe while voting, or when you create violence, or whatever it may be, in different aspects we have to realize what exactly this particular aspect is about. And then we should not be misled by anybody. If we are misled by anybody, that is also our mistake only. If any person who is not there to be cheated, and the cheater won't be there. Since we are so innocent, since we are getting cheated, there are the people to cheat. So thus we should not be misled by anybody. And for this, the only thing we have to do is to do everything with a bit of dedication as a strong, united nation. Dedication, determination, a strong desire, a strong willingness to do something, dedication. We have to all together work for the development of the country. Any one person or two persons cannot develop the country. The noble ideologies of the people have to be into the minds of the people, and they have to execute, they have to put into practice in order to develop country. Until and unless these noble ideas are in the minds of the Indians, though we have lot of resources, though we have so many people, though we have lot of money, India is not going to develop. So hope in India, in future my India will develop. This is what the explanation about a plea for India, and I hope you really understood about this particular poem. And now let us proceed. After understanding this particular poem, now let us proceed to the glossary of the poem. Here we go with the glossary of this particular lesson, and here in the glossary the first word is plight, not flight, plight. Plight is a noun, flight also is a noun. Flight is an aeroplane. Here plight is a noun, and the meaning is sad situation or troublesome situation or trouble. And the second word is charm. Charm is also a noun, and the meaning is the power of quality of attracting others. So that is what the charm. Next one, third one is bickering. Bickering is a verb. Bickering is either you backbite someone or wasting time. Maybe in some all bad thoughts, negative thoughts, when you waste the time. So, or with waste talk, they are all known to be as a bickering. And bickering is a verb. And the next word is indulge or indulged. Indulged or indulge is a verb, and the meaning is take pleasure in doing something. Maybe doing good, mostly doing bad, indulge in doing bad. Now, loves a ton. So here loves a ton, loves a lot. So loves a ton makes to be loves a lot, and then ton here, a ton means here a lot. So the next word is end up. So end up is a phrasal verb, and here the meaning is to finish or to come to an end, either to finish or to come to an end. Miserably. Miserably is an adverb, and here the meaning is sadly or in a mean way, which is not in a proper way. So the next one is rot. Rot is a noun, and the meaning is bad things. And the next word is pious. Pious is also an adjective. So the meaning is moral and virtuous, good qualities. Next one, riots. Riots is a noun, and the meaning is violent disturbance. So which is lot of disturbance when you talk about, that is what called as riots. And the next word is incite. The word incite is a verb, and the meaning is encourage somebody to be violent. Incite is someone who pushes the other person to be violent or to be bad. So here din. Din is a noun, and the meaning is disturbance. And the last word is a dedication. Dedication is also a noun, and the meaning of this dedication is a commitment. So these are all the glossary, and that is all about this particular lesson, and for this poem. See you in the next video. Take care. Thank you.